Now, coming at you live.
It's a wonderful world in 30 minutes, bringing you the best sports news both nationally and locally, with your hosts for the evening, Terrence Johnson and Darius Matthews.
This show's a bad mother.
Shut your mouth.
What's going on, St. Jay-Z, man? What's going on, man? What's going on? You here with your boy DJ Rex on the ones and twos, man. Man, sorry to say, your boy D-Train, Darius Matthews, isn't with us today, man. Yes, I know it's sad to say, my boy not here with us today. He's not here with us today.
He'll be right back after this break.
And I'll be right back with you guys after the news forecast here on X91.3.
Hello, Dixie, and happy Veterans Day. The Dixie State University ROTC program is downsizing and could be at risk of shutting down completely because of a lack of cadets and funding. Officers at the DSU ROTC hope to keep an unmanned station on campus for ROTC students in the future. For more Dixie news, visit DixieSunNews.com or pick up a paper today in any building on campus. Investigators now say they know the cause for Monday's apartment fire in Hurricane that left one dead and another injured. 57-year-old Barbara J. Smiley, a disabled bedridden woman from Hurricane, was found dead inside her apartment after fire crews extinguished the blaze early Monday. Police say Smiley started the fire herself by falling asleep while smoking, which led to her highly flammable oxygen tanks to combust. The GOP presidential candidates battled last night at the Fox Business debate in Milwaukee as primary elections draw closer. Analysts say there is no clear winner for the debate, but Donald Trump's plan to deport 11 million undocumented immigrants from the U.S. was heavily attacked by his rivals. Each of the 8 candidates focused heavily on the economy and tax reform. Places on Earth unconquered by the internet may be growing smaller. Facebook and Google are investing in rival efforts to beam the internet down to the ground from flying objects in the stratosphere. Facebook is building laser beaming drones that will tightly circle known internet black spots. And Google is launching giant helium balloons with data transceivers hanging below. This has been Spencer Ricks with their X91.3 News.
X91.3, we're back. Like I said earlier, D-Train couldn't be with us today. He's feeling pretty sick, man. I'm sorry to let everybody know Darius is feeling pretty sick right now. So, you know, when that happens, somebody goes down, somebody has to step up. So today, I have my boy Mike with me. Say what's up, Mike.
What's going on, everybody?
What's going on, Mike? Then I got my boy Devontae.
Hey, how y'all doing?
What's going on, man? You know how we start this thing. We start this thing off, of course, we're going to start it off with local sports. The girls volleyball. How you guys feel about the girls volleyball, man? Mike, I know me and you, we have a class together, and we're always filming the girls, and they actually, man, they're balling. They're doing pretty good this year. I mean, I can't really complain about how they're doing. How you feel about the girls volleyball?
Yeah, man, I'll tell you, I get to call the games for the TV station, and it's exciting, man. It's more fun. Just the energy that those girls put forth every night when they play it's just amazing to watch them go out there and just dominate the way that they do. And, you know, then they're on the Hawaii this week. So it's like they get to take all that energy over to those fantastic islands and just – I'm just excited for them.
They're going to Hawaii for a 3-game stretch. They're going to Hawaii exactly to win the Pac West title, so that's their plans. They're 16-8 overall and 13-3 in the Pac West Conference. They're playing against second place BYU Hawaii. That their overall is 13-11 and 11-5 in the Pac West Conference. So that's going to be a good game there. I would love to go to Hawaii and check that game out. What about you, Devontae? Have you checked out the ladies' volleyball games? Any volleyball games this season?
Yeah, I went to the I want to say last week Wednesday. I think all the football players went down to the volleyball game and showed support, and it was very good showing for the girls. They won, and it was a very good showing, as in they showed a lot of camaraderie with their team, and I really liked that about them.
Okay, cool. Yeah, man. But like I was saying, they go to Hawaii, to the islands, like my boy Mike said, and playing their first game. They're playing against BYU Hawaii. And then they're playing fourth place Chaminade. Chaminade is 17-7 overall and 10-6 in the Pac West Conference. Man, last time Chaminade came here to Dixie, I think you were there too, Mike, when they went like 4 games.
Yeah, I was there. In fact, that was I believe that's the one that they dropped, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the game that they lost.
The girls were up.
Yeah, two games.
2 games to nothing, and somehow Chaminade rallied back and it was devastating because that was only the second time the girls had lost at home this year, and it was sad to see the faces, but they rallied back from that, and they have put it on, like they have taken that loss out on everybody they have seen since then.
Yeah, man, they've been on a roll. They have won nine straight games. 9 straight games. They have won 9 straight games. And 13 of 14 overall. So they only lost 1 game in the past 14 games. So, I mean, as long as I've been here, the girls volleyball team has always been good.
Yeah, and last year they beat BYU Hawaii in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So the next game is going to be a real good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next game is exciting. This BYU Hawaii game is going to be fun. I wish I could be there but unfortunately I got some classes I got to go to, and I can't afford to fly to Hawaii anyhow. But yeah. BYU Hawaii is always a tough opponent in this division. Like, they have won it, the title a few years in a row, and so it's going to be a great game. And it's sad to say that this is the last time that the girls will be playing BYU Hawaii, as a conference game, because as we all know, BYU Hawaii is getting rid of all athletics at the end of this year.
Oh yeah, I've heard that, man. That kind of sucks because BYU, they have an excellent volleyball program there, and I know those girls there, and I know the other sports programs they have going on is kind of like devastating. That kind of sucks, losing your all athletic programs to a team at a school like that. The girls volleyball, they're actually two games ahead of everybody in the Pac West. Trailing them is BYU Hawaii and Cal Baptist. And it's only 4 games left in the regular season. So, I mean, the girls really can't lose any games, because if they lose any games, that kind of like drops them down in winning the title. So, I mean, I remember when Cal Baptist came here. It was the last week. Oh man, that game was lit. That's when the whole football team was there. That game was freaking lit, man. The girls were so turned, man. Like they made shirts just for that game. It's like Cal. I was like, man, that's so legit, man. Mike, was you at that game?
Yeah, no, I didn't have the opportunity to be there. I got to look at some of the highlights later on in the evening, and that serve from I believe it was Alex Anderson to finish the game, where she just got that. She snuck that ace in to seal it. It was because you're not expecting Alex really to get an ace off her serve. She just puts it in play. She's an amazing player, by the way. But that serve right there at the end to win that game was just the energy. The energy in that building is so much. It's just amazing.
Yeah, man. The gym it's small, but we get everybody in that thing, man.
That thing gets packed.
That thing gets packed, and I'll be on the camera, and I'll be sweating and doing all types of things, man. I'll be have to take the camera off my shoulder, man. It's crazy. But Dixie, Dixie is 3-12 all time against BYU Hawaii. Yeah. So the favor is not going like with the past few games and the past few seasons. I mean, BYU has had the upper hand against Dixie. But, I mean, our girls are doing pretty good, man. We're hoping the girls come out with a victory there.
Yeah, and, the record is 12. But Dixie hasn't had who is it? Taylor?
Yeah, Taylor.
They haven't had Taylor Drea the last time they played BYU Hawaii.
Exactly.
She coming off 2 straight nominations and victories for Freshman Player of the Week.
Yeah. Let's shout out my girl Taylor, man. She be doing her thing, man. I'll be seeing you, Taylor, my girl Bird and Brad, man. I'll be seeing y'all out there doing your thing. But yeah, like Mike said, Taylor, she has been voted and named Pac West Freshman of the Week for the 2nd time, 2 weeks in a row.
That's crazy.
2 weeks in a row. And she is let's get this, she's a redshirt freshman.
Yes.
So, I mean, that means she got so much time to develop and become a good player. I mean, a great player. She's already a good player, but she could be one of the greats here at Dixie.
It's going to be really good to see how well she develops later on in her career and what she can do with it later on.
So I'm gonna keep in contact with you, Taylor, after I graduate from here, man. I need to see you. I don't go to Olympics or something, girl. I need something. But next we're going to go into men's soccer. Men's soccer, they fall against Fresno Pacific for the Pac West title. The score was 3-0. How you guys feel about that?
That's a tough way to go out during the season. I know they were fighting for the championship, and that's just a tough way to go out not scoring and being down 3-0.
Yeah, man. And I know a few of the guys on the soccer team, man. After going out for last year, man, their season wasn't too good.
No.
They came in, they got a new coach. And the coach did a good recruiting, and those guys were just, it seemed like those guys were happy.
Yeah.
Happy to be on the field. And I'd be seeing them, especially the girls too. The girls soccer team, the guys in girls soccer, it seemed like they'd be doing 2-a-days. They'd be out there 3 o'clock in the afternoon, practicing the heat. And I mean, it's a little chilly now, but earlier in the semester, man, they was out there getting it in.
100+ degrees.
100+ degrees on that hot turf, man. Mike, you look like you played a little soccer back in your day.
No, I'm too slow, man. I ain't got no wheels. But yeah, I get to. I've watched a few of the soccer games. I get to call those games too, and that's watching them guys and them girls get out there and I sit there and think about how many miles they have ran in those 90-minute games.
It's 90-minute games,
and it's so unfortunate, man. And shout out to the men's soccer team though, because they did so well this year, and to lose the title off of one game, because they have been doing so great, but. It happens, just rally back, come back next year and get that title, man. Bring it home.
I feel like that brings good recruiting to the program. Having a new coach, first time, this is his first season here, and they went to the conference title game. Because last year, I think they won one game.
I think they won 2 games.
They won 2 games last year. 2 games last year. From 2 games and playing in the conference title, that's a big boost.
This year, I think this is they posted a history record for our school for the most wins in the season. So
yeah,
they had a really good year.
Yeah. This is the first time they've had a winning season in the past 8 years.
Yeah, that's true, and it's really that turnaround is amazing.
8-game turnaround.
Yeah, to go from what they last place last year to, they were 3 goals away from bringing home the title. And it happens, and so shout out to the coach. And it's unfortunate that some of them guys are going to be leaving us.
Yeah.
Gone,
even though they didn't win the title, I'd rather leave being a senior here at Dixie and say, I played in the title game instead of last year we went 2 and whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
And we could talk about the women's soccer, man. They actually beat Fresno Pacific 2-1. They went 2 overtimes. That's 2 overtimes. So that's 90 minutes plus an extra 15 minutes and an extra 15 minutes. So I know those girls were out there, man. And the girls soccer, their season was kind of it was all right, but I think they did a lot better this year.
They did do a lot better this year. It's surprising. I got looking at their standings, and I thought they were a lot higher up in the conference standings.
Yeah.
I thought they were doing really good because I've watched them play, and they, not to say they weren't doing well, but unfortunately, this is Pac West in soccer. It's a pretty tough conference. Looking at this, Fresno is number 15th in the nation.
Yeah.
So
to go double overtime with them.
Yeah, and we've got back there a little shout out to the goalie Stacy Gubler, man. She I think she recorded 8 shutouts for the season.
Man, she's balling.
She was 1 behind the record, and unfortunately she's a senior this year, so we're gonna have to bring in a new goalie. But shout out to those seniors. They played. I was there for senior day, and they played amazing. Jasmine Arroyo, man. I watched the game where she got herself a hat trick.
Really?
And in soccer, she's getting a hat trick. And
how many goals is a hat trick?
That's 3 goals. She scored 3 goals by herself.
See, I didn't even know that. I
didn't know that.
I'm thinking of my type of hat trick is like she scored 2 goals. No, I wasn't even thinking of goal. I was just thinking a hat trick like she made a goal with her head.
Hat trick it's 3 goals. It's a hockey term.
That's okay. I was about to say that's the same thing in hockey. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same thing in hockey. Yeah, she got 3 goals against the Real Salt Lake semi-pro team. So she is amazing, and she's going to be a hard player to replace. But looking at that roster and seeing some of the girls that the coach put in as replacements throughout that game, soccer's fitting to do some good things coming up years, man.
It seems like all the sports are in the Pac West Conference, but football.
Yeah, that is true.
Because most of the teams in the Pac West don't have football teams.
Okay. And you guys know that basketball season is coming up.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited.
And I'm really excited for that because I have girlfriends that's on the not girlfriends.
Girlfriends.
I have friends that play on both sides of the court, guys and girls. And I just know the guys. I know they going to do their thing, and I don't even need to really, talk about how they going to do. But the girls, man, they had a rough season last year. They had a rough season last year. And I know a few weeks ago, me and you, Devontae, we were at the they played Snow for a scrimmage. That was they were down. When I walked in, you were there before me. They were down like 20.
I want to say down 20 points.
20 points, and they rallied back. So I can tell that the girls have, evolved and, and team bonding with the new recruits coming in and everything like that. But I know last week they went up to play Utah State.
Yeah.
And it didn't go it didn't go too good.
It was not too pretty.
It wasn't too pretty, but I mean, it's Utah State.
Yeah, that D1 versus D2, I mean.
And our girls, I mean, we don't got too much size.
Uh-huh.
We got like 50 point guards, but
Yeah,
I mean, those are
all
some tough girls, man. I know them
Yeah.
personally. Those are girls that I know. I just know they work hard and they play good. And playing a school against Utah State, I mean, it's motivation,
Yeah.
Because I mean, what I've heard was, I mean, I talked to one of the coaches, Adam. He told me that they won one quarter,
Mm-hmm.
and then going into the second half, it was just like
Yeah, I think they won one quarter 26-19. So once we could put the points together and play together as a team, I think we'd be a pretty good team in the Pac West.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and next we're gonna go into football. The football season is almost over. We have football season. The football team has one game left. They're going up north against playing Central Washington. Excuse me. They're playing against Central Washington. Last time we played Central Washington was the second week, and we ran the ball and that was our first win of the season, the second game of the season. So the football team is hoping to come out with a victory like that, and we have head coach Scott Brumfield has re-signed as the head coach. So it's a lot. There's a lot going on in our locker room right now.
Definitely.
Me being a football player and Devontae, you being a football player, and it's reckless. It's crazy right now.
It's a lot of I don't know what to do going on.
It is. It's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, it's like I came here for this and yada yada yada. But I mean, Coach Brumfield has been here for a while, and Coach Brumfield played here.
Yeah.
He played here when he was a junior college, and then went to BYU, and then played in the NFL for 14 years for the Bengals.
He's actually in the Dixie State Hall of Fame.
Yes, he is in the Dixie State Hall of Fame, and Coach Brumfield, he's the head coach and also the offensive line coach, and I play offensive line. And him being my head coach and my position coach, he knows the game, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love for him, even if he could even just come back and be the offensive line coach, man. I'd be good, because it's a few things that I have learned with him being my position coach, and I was like, man, Brumfield knows his thing. He knows it. He even talks. When I see him watching film with the offense coordinator Coach Monkers, and he's like, let's do this, let's run this. He's talking like he's the offense coordinator.
He's very hands-on with the players, and me being out with a torn ACL, I got to watch and film practice when you guys were practicing, and he's very hands-on with you guys. He pays a lot of attention to detail and technique.
Yeah,
and I like that a lot.
Yeah, he makes it real easy. I know he makes it real easy for the offensive line to make plays and be in the right. He makes plays. He puts us in the right place at the right time.
Definitely.
So, Mike, how you feel about Coach Brumfield stepping down, re-signing, being the Dixie State football coach?
It's sad. My heart goes out to him. It's unfortunate that he couldn't have a better record while he was here. He was here for 10 years, you guys.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is his home. He's from Dixie. Like you said, Terrence, I would love to see him come back in some aspect, if not necessarily the head coach. And, maybe this is what the team needs, is maybe just, some new blood in the locker room or something. It is unfortunate. I'm glad that he's going to coach his last game, though. And he's going to coach y'all up in Western Washington?
No, Central Washington.
Central. Yeah, Central Washington.
We throwing all type of centrals and
and somewhere up in Washington.
Yeah, exactly.
So, it's unfortunate that he's made this decision. And yeah. Talking about, I've asked a few students on campus and a few of the players. I got some classes with some of them, and some of them are kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to stay now because this is why I came here. Some of them are like, well, I don't know. But in the end, I think everyone who gets to make these decisions will make the right decision, and I'm excited to see what Dixie can do moving on. So
yeah, man. I mean, I actually have another year to come to play. Devontae has a few years to play.
I got 4. I still have 4.
He has 4 years to play, and I mean, I know the athletic department they're gonna do their best to find the best coach
Yeah.
to put in the position. Definitely. And going into a new conference next year, and I mean, I know coming into going to a new conference and bringing a new coach, a new system, and everything like that. Even though we just got new coaches, Coach Mack, the defense coordinator, Coach Monkers, the offense coordinator, Coach Harris,
Coach Howe,
Coach Howe, Coach Richards,
Coach Graves.
We had a brand new coaching staff.
What for? Other than 2 other people, Coach Berman
and
Thompson, I think that was the only 2 that were left.
Yeah, from the old coaching staff from last year and the previous years. But I mean, like I said, man, I just gotta wait. We just gotta wait and see what happens. And like I said before, I know that the Dixie State Athletic Department is gonna do their best to put us and put the football team in a good situation to win and bring championships here.
Hopefully we can find a coach sooner than later.
Yeah.
The sooner we get a coach, the faster we are on track to being a better team.
Yeah. Next, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back with you guys. Play a quick song for you guys. Thank God for Girls by Weezer here on X91.3. Lego.
The girl in the pastry shop with the net in her hair is making a cannoli for you to take on your hiking trip in the woods with your bros that you've known since 2nd grade. And your main kind of dragons are ruffians and be called upon to employ your testosterone in a battle for supremacy and access to females glued to the TV. And even if you are victorious, you may receive many cuts, bruises, and scrapes, and you will require band-aids and antiseptic ointments and tender loving kisses on your stab wounds. And when you come home, she will be there waiting for you with a fire in her eyes and a big fat cannoli to shove in your mouth. And that's why I thank God for girls. Holly Zoo Christie, from Tennessee to LA. Thank God for girls on your reckoning day. Good powder and gray. She's so bad, she's so strong, she's so energetic and sweaty overalls. Thank God for girls, thank God for girls, thank God for girls. I'm so glad I got a girl to think of, even though she isn't mine. I think about her all the day and all the night. It's enough to know that she's alive. She says I give her sweaty palms, she almost had a heart attack. The truth is that I'm just as scared, I don't know how to act. I wish that I could get to know her better, but meeting up in real life will cause illusion to shadow her. I call the name into all the trees, sing a song down on one knee, looking at the underwear page of the Swiss catalog like when I was 14. I'm levitating like a magnet, turned the wrong way around. I'm like an Indian fakir trying to meditate on a better life from the past fall down. Thank God for girls. Holly Zoo Christie, from Tennessee to LA. Thank God for girls on your reckoning day. You better bow down and pray. She's so big, she's so strong, she's so energetic in a sweaty overalls. Thank God for girls, thank God for girls, thank God for girls. God took a rib from Adam, ground it up in a centrifuge machine, mixed it with cardamom and cloves.
And we're back here on X91.3. Did you guys know? I mean, how you guys feel about the whole us getting a new mascot and everything like that? How y'all feeling about that?
Man, I just hope it happens soon because I feel like that could be one of the reasons why. Like, not necessarily a reason, but that would help the football team if we could have an identity. Other than a tornado with horns in it. I don't even know what our mascot is right now, and I'm not trying to talk down on it, but we need an identity.
Hey, like my boy Aubrey said, he like, what is Big D? I didn't even know the mascot name. I didn't know he had a name. I just know what is it? I thought it was a Taurus or something.
Terrence, Since you had to bring up my boy Aubrey, like I told you earlier, I'm putting in a write-in ballot, and I want to see who's going to get on it. I'm telling you, Aubrey should just be Dixie State.
Yeah, we should be the Dixie State Aubreys. You know?
Aubrey of Dixie State. Come on, Aubrey. Let us know what you think about
Aubrey,
that.
Aubrey put on a good show, man. Shout out to my boy Aubrey Reed. But do you guys know the?
I think it's Trailblazers, Renegades,
Raptors.
and
Trailblazers.
and then we sent our names to another company that are going to come up with 5 names, and we're going to put them together for a top 6.
Oh, okay.
And then the school's going to vote. The people at the school are going to vote.
Okay, because I know like the Red Devils and the Mustangs. I don't think the community ain't gonna like the Red Devil. That's not gonna work.
Well, the Mustangs. When I grew up, I went to high school in a town, or not to high school, but I went to middle school in town with some Mustangs, and so that's kind of got some sour taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
But,
Oh wow.
the Rattlesnakes. Rattlesnake doesn't sound tough.
I can't go with the rattlesnake. I don't like snakes.
My vote right now is Trailblazers. Dixie State Trailblazers.
Well, since my name is Rex, I got to go with the Raptors.
T-Rex, right?
You know, the Raptors, them little homies. You know, I don't mind having no Raptors coming around with me. But,
See, Terrence, that's why you're my boy, because snakes ain't natural, man. They ain't got feet. There's just something wrong with something that ain't got feet.
They got feet. Raptors got feet.
No, I'm talking about snakes. Snakes ain't got no feet,
I
man.
can't do no snake. Your Dixie State with its
Rattlesnake.
Slither.
Rattlesnake.
Yeah.
I think we just need a new name as a school.
Oh yeah, that's been the call too. I've heard rumors about changing the whole Dixie thing.
Yeah, I think we should get away from the Dixie State.
Yeah,
and change it.
By that time, I ain't even gonna be here.
Yeah,
you know. But me being an alumni, I may have some say so about it. But next, we're gonna talk. We're gonna get into the NCAA football, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you guys the man. I'm mad Darius is not here because Darius is a huge LSU fan. And if you guys were listening to us last Wednesday, and Darius was talking about LSU, we're gonna smack Alabama and yada 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 and blah blah blase, and look what happened. His man got shit down.
13 yards.
13 yards.
He had 13 yards.
13 yards.
I believe it was 13 or 33. I'll look in a minute.
Leonard Fournette had 13. Anything 13, 33, whatever it is.
That's too low. If it's not over 150, it's bad.
Look, at one point in time,
I think he on the juice personally.
He had 9 rushes for 9 yards. That means he averaged 1 yard a rush.
And they didn't even stack the box. Their front 7 of Alabama is just amazing.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you guys have heard I'm not a huge Alabama fan. I feel like sometimes they're overrated.
Mm-hmm.
However,
I do
that front 7 is just come on.
I think this is the thing. It happens every year at Alabama. Early in the season, they're like under the water, under the rug. Nobody really talks about them. And then later on in the season, they just beat somebody, and then just Alabama. So right now, the top 10 playoff rankings is Clemson is number 1, Bama number 2, Ohio State number 3, Notre Dame at number 4, Iowa at number 5, Baylor at number 6, Stanford at number 7. Excuse me, everybody. I didn't get number 8. My apologies. Number 9 is LSU, and Utah is number 10. And those are the playoffs, the playoff rankings. If one of you guys can find out who number 8 is for the playoff ranking, I appreciate that. But those are just for the playoff rankings. And I feel some type of way because I am an Ohio State fan, and I feel we should still be at least number 2 if you're not going to give us number 1.
I feel like those – if you're in the top 4, it doesn't matter, honestly, because eventually you're going to have to play those teams anyways. But –
So just to interrupt right quick, it is Oklahoma State is number 8 right now at 9-0, and they moved up 6 places.
I like Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State, they came out of nowhere.
See what they did to TCU?
That was bad.
With a Heisman
TCU?
candidate
That was
quarterback.
bad because man, I like TCU.
TCU
always do. They be balling in the season. They be balling in the regular season
and then find a way to lose every time.
I am on that TCU bandwagon, and that's the thing, man. Because I like TCU. I like the points they put up. I love watching that quarterback play. And you're right. Like every year, all of a sudden they find out. Yeah, Boykin.
He's Heisman candidate.
Still.
The stuff.
I mean, he has to because number 1 was the running back from LSU and they lost.
They saying that hurt his chances too.
Yeah, they said that hurt his chances.
They
bad.
always make it to where the best team and then they find out who their best player is and then put him as a Heisman
because they are mean.
Because honestly, Leonard Fournette is playing like a man against boys. except that game.
Like I said, he is on the juice.
He's not on. He's been that big.
Hey, when he take his, I see that bald head. I'm like, boy, you at least 30.
Yeah, he might be like 30, 35. He might be like.
Yeah, I heard down south they graduate high school late.
20.
I heard they graduate like 25.
No, you can't, because it's a rule in high school. You can't play if your senior year if you turn 21 before. So I'm pretty sure he's probably 22, 23 right now.
He might be the
Wait,
Greg
what year
Oden.
is he in the
He's a
college?
sophomore.
And he 22?
Yeah.
Boy, stop.
Okay, 21. I'm going to give him 21.
I'll give him 25. Boy.
Terrence, he might be the Greg Oden of football because he looked like he's in his 30s, man.
He looks. It could be the bald head though.
It's the bald head and the facial hair. I'm sure if he cut his facial hair off, he'd look normal.
All right. Again, those was the playoff rankings. Now the AP top 10. We have Clemson at number 1, my Ohio State at number 2, Bama at 3, Baylor at 4, Oklahoma State at 5, Notre Dame at 6, Stanford at 7, Iowa at 8, and LSU at 9, and Utah at 10.
I don't like Notre Dame. Notre Dame should not be anywhere near the top 4.
How did Baylor get? Baylor. I mean, they're 8-0, and they was up there. They was at number 2 for a while, and it's like, forget about Baylor. I mean, Baylor be balling, man. I mean, I wouldn't mind them and us in the national championship.
Why are you saying us like you go there?
I mean, hey, I bleed red and silver. Just let you guys know that.
I don't even think that's
I think we all bleed red, but Baylor, I don't know. I think maybe at the beginning of the season because they always kind of have, they're in the Big Ten, and so like, well, maybe, or what is the Big 12?
Big 12.
Big 12.
Yeah, so they just change them every year, but their schedule's a little soft at the first, is what people like. They try to say, and it's Baylor for some reason. The college ranking system just likes to kind of hate on Baylor for some reason.
Baylor and TCU.
But they say that they put up other than the fact that they put up a lot of points, their defense gives up a lot of points. That goes for Baylor and TCU, which makes them not in the playoff ranking.
Yeah, because when the totals of those games are like in the 80s at the end of the game.
Yeah, you get like the Baylor gets 56, the other team gets 33, and it's like that's not even a good game.
Yeah, I mean, Baylor.
Fun to watch.
Fun to watch, definitely. No defense at all.
Yeah,
man.
But I don't know. Hopefully, I feel like things worked themselves out at the end of last year, and that was the first time they had this college playoff system. So I think we just sit back and see what happens. And maybe Terrence is the Ohio State University.
I don't think they're looking towards the end of the season. I think they're just doing it as of now. Like, who are the best 4 teams right now to them?
You know what I'm excited to see? I'm excited to see USC and Utah play for that Pac-12 championship. That's what it's going to be.
That's who you think it is?
Yeah, that's good. What? SC balling, boy.
But they're on the same side of the conference.
They're on the same side?
Yeah, so they already play each other.
Utah.
They're on the same side of the conference, aren't they?
Yeah, because they did play. They did play each other.
They're on the same side of the conference. So it's Oregon and Utah, I think.
Okay.
I think.
You think? I mean, I don't know. I thought Utah was north, Cal North. Because it's south and north.
Yeah.
Pac-12 north and south.
Look,
I can be wrong. Excuse me. I can be wrong. But I just know SC, since, they've been balling recently. They're not ranked or anything like that, but they have a good.
They beat Utah.
They beat Utah. And Utah was when they ranked 2 at the time?
Yeah.
Utah was the number 2 team in the nation at the time.
In the Pac-12 and the SEC, more so in the Pac-12, any team can be beat at any given day.
I feel like that's in college, period, man.
Yeah.
That's why I love college, man, because any team, like LSU could get beat anytime. Alabama can get beat anytime.
So what's the best conference? I think me and you had a debate before.
Man,
what's the best
we had
conference?
An argument. I almost threw some food at you.
Yeah, we had an argument
was
at
arguing
Red
Red Lobster.
Well,
at a birthday dinner.
Since there's no food in here, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Mm-hmm. I gotta say it's the SEC right now, but
you sound like one of those people at ESPN right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
bandwagon.
Pac-12 is coming up.
Pac-12.
That's what it is.
Pac-12 is coming up, but I'm gonna say the Big Ten, baby.
You have like
We
2
got Ohio
teams.
State, and then what?
Ohio State, Michigan State. That's it.
Michigan and Michigan State.
Michigan was a non-factor.
Iowa is in.
Iowa is.
They're ranked 5.
Them and Notre Dame should be nowhere near the top 4.
Next year, Michigan. But this year, Michigan's doing some crazy stuff this year.
They got a new coach, new program. It takes time, and they beat Utah State.
Your four
I mean,
teams.
excuse me. They beat Michigan State.
So you think that Ohio State, Michigan State can beat an Alabama, LSU, Ole Miss?
Wait, let me ask you this question. Did Ohio State beat Alabama last year?
Yes.
Do they have the same players this year?
Yes, they do.
Are they as good as they were last year?
Yes.
No.
No.
You don't think Ohio State is as good as you?
No.
I do not.
Cordell Jones is horrible.
He's not horrible.
But
Without
he's not. What they are not the same team they were.
And
last
Braxton
No.
Miller at receiver, even though Braxton
That's-
Miller just got hurt, but Braxton Miller at receiver, if Cardell Jones went down and AJ went down, they could put Braxton Miller at quarterback.
What is it like?
The bet-
JT Barrett, right?
The best
No.
quarterback on the team
JT.
is
Yeah.
JT.
I think the coach figured that out too.
I mean, I mean,
That is why Ohio State is not ranked. What are they, 3? That's why they're not 1 or 2 right now because
no, they're two. They're two in overall, but in the playoff bracket, they're 3.
playoff bracket. That's why they're not 1 or 2 because JT Barrett is not playing, so their team is lower. Their team is not as good without JT Barrett.
Played last week because JT got in trouble.
Who they play?
Iowa. No.
they didn't play Iowa.
They played Minnesota. Was it Minnesota? No.
That's not even a yeah. I think it was Minnesota, but that's not even
Minnesota.
a significant win.
Why not? Minnesota had a great season last year, bro.
I feel like if they were to play Iowa, Iowa would probably beat them. With Cardell Jones.
They can be in the Big Ten championship. I mean, it happens, man. It happens. I mean, that's how I feel about it. That's how I feel. Well, I mean, we'll see what happens because college basketball. College football is so shaky.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Anything can happen. It could be the last. Hey, Clemson could play the last. It could be the last game, and they would go all the way down to 10. They would go all the way to 10. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. I know you guys been hearing everything about Missouri and what's going on over there, man. It's crazy how we just can't leave things in the past, man. I'm sure everybody's been hearing about Missouri. Missouri players they're protesting not to play, and I guess the rest. Really, it was the African American players were protesting not to play. Then the rest of the players had their backs. Then the football staff said, "Where we have our player staff." So pretty much, I get there were Nazi signs going around campus, being tagged around campus, and the players, was feeling some type of way and felt that something needed to be done. And they went to the top, the president, and the president wasn't doing anything. And they was like, well, if you guys don't step down or do something, we're not going to play. And they happened to step down. And it's been all over the news, ESPN and everything like that. And Devontae had brought something to my attention that I didn't even know.
That recently the KKK went across the school. They went across the school and went all around the school looking for African American kids and trying to get them to leave and make them move out. So
Really?
yeah, so that's what I've seen over the last couple of days.
Yeah, man. That's crazy, man. And what I had seen, it was a student reporter trying to take a picture of the protest, and it was a mass comm professor.
The teacher,
was telling him no. So it was. It was protesters everywhere.
Yeah,
it was one of the football players. He was like leading the protest, and it was students and faculty, and him and her were in front of the line, and they were telling him no, this is not about the news. And I mean, even though he was a school reporter, but I heard something about he was getting information for ESPN or something like that, and he tried to take a picture, and they like put his hand down. And now that the media is flipping it all around. They're not even thinking about the racism thing. Now it's about the reporter and the professor and the reporter and his rights, having the rights to take the picture and him being there. Like, what? Like,
I feel like they're steering way off course from what
like,
the
how
real
can you,
issue is.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we're like, come on, man. Like, bro, so now we're worried about the reporter and his rights to be able to be there and take pictures. That should be the last thing on everybody's mind.
I mean, of course, ESPN is fabricated, and they try to pick and choose their stories based on what people are gonna want to see.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like right now racism is such a big topic throughout the world that it's so like nonchalant to them right now that it's just about sports and other people's rights when it regards to the reporter.
You know, excuse me. It's unfortunate that if you think about it, the only reason we're even hearing about this story right now is the racism thing. It's horrible. It's just ridiculous that people in this day and age still need to have a problem with racism. You know, that people need to hate someone for just the dumbest reason ever.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate the football team in Missouri standing up and supporting the rest of their students, because the students have been protesting this guy for a while, and it took the football team to stand up and the staff to stand behind them. But it's unfortunate that the only reason we're really hearing about it is because the football team stood up.
Yes.
Exactly.
Because otherwise ESPN ain't talking about it. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't really watch a lot of news unless it's on ESPN.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because the rest of the news is just depressing.
Yeah.
It's too much going on.
Yeah, like you said, Mike. I heard about it on ESPN.
So did I.
I heard, but see, I didn't know it was going on. I mean, it seems like it's old, but we're just now getting to it because athletics had just stepped into it, and I want to shout out to the faculty, the football faculty, because those are jobs on the line right there.
Yeah,
those are jobs on the line, because they were like, oh, we're gonna start our play. Well, they could have been like, well, you're fired then.
Yeah,
we'll bring somebody in that don't care.
And I feel like the staff and the school knew that would cost them more money if they were to lose the staff, and then you would lose the players because of that.
Yeah. I mean, Missouri they're not doing too good right now in the football rankings, but they're top of the story right now. That whole campus is like top of the story right now. I mean, I just feel like, man, I mean, me being from, Los Angeles, California, and I wouldn't say it's a lot of racism going around, but it is a lot of stereotyping going around. I mean, some people kind of put it as being the same thing and everything like that, but I mean, it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy, man. It's just some things we need to live in the past, and it's like, man, why I gotta be black? Why you gotta be white? Why I just can't be a man and she be a woman and we be a man and a girl or whatever? Why we gotta put? Cause I'm telling you now, when I fill out a job application, I put other. Yeah. Why you gotta know what color I am
for me to get hired?
To get hired,
I put white.
You put white?
Yeah. That's how I got hired. I just got hired yesterday. He's like, are you white? He's like, he approached me and asked me, "Sorry, are you mixed with white?" No.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, I'm glad you got yourself a job.
Yeah.
Man.
So yeah, and it's unfortunate. It's like you said, Terrence. Like, why I gotta be white? Why you go black? Why can't we just be boys? Like, why it gotta matter? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's just people need to grow up, man.
Yep.
They do. You know, and it's like, because now we're sitting in here and we gotta talk about this issue instead of like, some amazing play. You know, like
exactly.
Like we can't sit here. We talk about Missouri because the players quit, as opposed to, how about that record? When they were real good last year.
Yeah, they were pretty good last year. Yeah, they were.
So
yeah, man, that kind of sucks. But next, we're gonna get into some professional sport. Let's talk about some little NFL. So as I just seen something on NFL, and the top 3 quarterbacks right now is Cam Newton, Tom Brady, and Andy Dalton. How you guys feel about that? I think Cam Newton is balling because I seen that. Was it the Monday night game last Monday? They almost lost, but
Superman.
Hey, I look. These are my. I need to get 3 jerseys. I need to get me a Odell Beckham jersey, a white one. I need to give me a white one, and I need to give me a Cam Newton jersey.
What's the third one?
The third one, who did I say I was gonna get? Hey, I want to find me an Aaron Hernandez jersey.
So them probably up for auction right now.
You know what's funny about that you bring up the Patriots, and we'll go there because I'm not wearing my hat today, but
yeah, he's a Patriot.
I'm a Patriot fan. I left my hat at home. I was in a hurry. But since you brought up the Aaron Hernandez thing, did you know that when that happened, that the Patriots organization offered anyone who had purchased an Aaron Hernandez jersey a full refund on their jersey?
Yes,
really?
I did see that.
They did do that.
I did see that. Because they didn't want anything. As soon as it happened, they released him. Without them being convicted and everything.
Let that be Tom Brady.
We're going to stand by Tom Brady.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's crazy. I mean,
I know
it's a business. It's a franchise. They gotta look out for the name and everything like that. But Aaron Hernandez was a baller. But I mean, that's irrelevant to what's going on right now.
Who, in your opinion, is the best quarterback right now? I know you're going to be biased because you're a Patriots fan.
Well, Yeah, I just don't see anybody doing anything that Tom's doing. You know, that man.
It was something I had seen because I have ESPN on my phone, and it's something that Tom Brady said. He said during the offseason he doesn't work with starter receivers. He worked with non-starter receivers.
You know what is interesting about Tom Brady though? So you see his number one receiver is Julian Edelman.
Yeah.
Did you know that in this offseason, Julian Edelman moved to California and bought a house up the street from Tom Brady so he could play catch with him during the offseason?
I didn't know that.
Like that man.
Camaraderie, and that's called a connection, right?
Yeah, like Tom Brady and him. I believe it was Tom Brady, Julian Edelman, and I believe it was Danny Amendola. They went and had a little retreat in Montana for a week and just played catch in Montana with each other. And that's why now look at that. Like, it shows you camaraderie, teammate. So
that's crazy. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out, is it Tom Brady or is it really just the Patriots?
Tom Brady.
You know,
because Tom Brady seems slow and dry and no energy. He just, I don't know.
Take Tom Brady from the Patriots. Are the Patriots good?
I still think they're good.
No.
They're good, but not great.
That's not a playoff team without Tom Brady.
You know, my wife is probably sitting at home laughing right now because I just had this conversation with her. And I was like, so, because we're talking about MVP. And I was like, is Tom Brady MVP? It's hard to decide because it really is. That team it's coaching. It starts with that coach.
Yeah.
That coach is, that dude.
He might just be one of the best ever.
He is super genius. But it's those players, and it's the way that locker room comes together. Like you see, and it's really fun to see. I don't know if you guys, I follow the Patriots, and so I've been watching it, and Tom didn't look like he was having any fun at the beginning of the season.
No.
He came out and he was just like glaring at the ball when he threw it. He was just making touchdown passes and and he would go sit on the sideline. He wasn't smiling.
He just looked angry.
Yeah, he's smiling now.
I think they got a pump. They
got
a pump. They got a pump on the sideline. Make sure them things. They be like, look, when it's the Patriots, we're gonna make sure we got extra pumps. We gotta make sure the balls got air in them.
being a receiver, a deflated ball actually helps. Because you could just grab it like a little kid ball.
But
I wouldn't know that. I mean, I don't play receiver. Now we need to go check on Centennial. We need to go check on y'all.
You know who does it?
Who?
Bishop Gorman. There's pictures of that quarterback with a deflated ball.
But there's a couple pounds, like a little bit of air. Does it really make? I've never played receiver.
I mean, because it don't really bounce off you. It wouldn't bounce off you.
A very hard football,
and it
hurts your hands.
It bounce off you. It bounce off your shoulder.
So you got to find some type of balance. Like a brand new football, the tip of the ball is probably the hardest part. It feels like a rock when you catch it.
So I see how it would help the receiver and even a running back because it's got a little bit more cushion. But so if there was deflated balls, why is it on Tom Brady? Because the deflated ball ain't really helping him throw the ball.
Yes, it is. He has the ball the most in his hand.
He does.
So I mean, he controls.
He knows. He's like, Raph, this ball feels kind of flat.
But that's his preference. He's probably been doing that since he got into the league.
He probably been doing
it just barely got noticed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't think. My personal opinion is the ball was probably had a little bit less air than it was supposed to. I don't feel that Tom Brady went in there every day and says, I need you to take – I want this exact amount of air.
I only need 10% of air in here.
So you're telling me if Tom Brady told you in the beginning of the season, I need every football to feel like this football, and it's halfway deflated, you're not going to do it?
I'm just saying I don't think that he went in there and specifically stated I need this amount of poundage and it's under, but you need to do it anyhow. Mm-hmm. I think he probably expressed to his ball boy or whatever, the equipment manager, I prefer it on the lower end of the scale. And it probably just got taken out of proportion and then things happen. I guess fortunately for the Patriots, a judge decided.
I think he should have got suspended.
Well, I mean, they still won the Super Bowl. That's the whole ball inflating thing. That thing is irrelevant. Mm-hmm. I think the Panthers gonna go to the Super Bowl and take it off.
Are they gonna beat the Patriots?
Because I think they can.
I don't think the Patriots.
Look, let me tell you this:
who's gonna beat the Patriots?
The Panthers. The Panthers' defense is better than their offense.
In the AFC, who's gonna keep New England out of the Super Bowl?
Out of the AFC,
I feel like they could lose to an underrated team,
and that could happen. This is what I'm gonna tell you right now. It's not gonna be the Broncos because Peyton Manning he cannot go to New England and win.
He chokes.
It's not.
I think Belichick. I think Belichick should take up a lip. He should teach a lip class, like read lips.
Who?
Belichick.
Bill Genius.
Belichick.
I know. You heard that. Who did they recently play? Like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago was Miami.
I know you heard that Miami's locker room got scanned for listening systems.
Yeah, mics or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's always something with
it's
you guys.
always something with you.
Always something. You
It's
know,
always.
But that's because you're gonna hate who's on top.
All right, now
you get tired of that.
let's get on. Let's talk about Andy Dalton, the redhead man.
That's my man.
The ginger.
He's from TCU, right?
He is
Yes.
from TCU.
He is from TCU.
He brought that program up.
Yeah,
Because they weren't really nothing before he was there.
in the Bengals wasn't nothing after Ocho and
T.O. left.
T.O.
And Carson Palmer.
Carson Palmer left.
Carson Palmer that's who I think is going to be the MVP.
Carson Palmer's gonna be comeback player of the year.
That too.
Oh, he had a knee injury last year, didn't he?
Shoulder.
Oh, shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was he 35?
He is
30,
old.
30 something.
He's like Kurt Warner.
Wow, Kurt Warner did play for the
You know,
Cardinals, and they went to the Super Bowl
It's
that
funny you
year.
brought that up because I mean
They did go to the Super Bowl that year.
they did.
And they played against the Steelers, and they lost. They should have won that game. I was so tired.
That catch though, San Antonio Holmes.
Oh, the little tote, man, whatever. I don't want to talk about that.
I don't.
But anyways, I want to talk about the Rams running back. What's his name?
Todd Gurley.
Todd Gurley.
Gurley
Monster.
Monster. The third. Gurley the third.
So check this out. I got a fantasy team. I play a little bit of fantasy football on, and I don't think I can be beat because I got Todd Gurley, Vontae Freeman, I got, and then I got Adrian Peterson. I got the three best running backs in the NFL on my fantasy team.
I don't even know how that thing works.
And then I got Cam Newton.
We're not allowed to do it.
Yeah,
NCAA regulations.
Yeah,
Really?
That's why I don't do it, y'all.
That's like betting.
That's why I don't do that.
You can
That's
do it for
why.
free.
Yeah, I'm doing it for free. Just NFL, just fun. Just,
I don't bet none. Remember that NCAA. Terrence don't bet.
Gambling is illegal.
Gambling.
Did
is
we just bet BWW?
Anyways, yeah, like I said earlier, the top three quarterbacks in the league right now is Cam Newton, Tom Brady, and Andy Dalton. In the Bengals, aren't they still undefeated?
The Bengals
Those three
undefeated.
those are the three teams that are undefeated.
Oh, those three are undefeated.
Those are only three
I thought
left.
the Patriots lost a game.
No.
No. The Broncos just lost.
Okay.
The Broncos got whooped by Indiana. How? I don't
They came
even
back.
know.
Let's talk about a little bit about Indy because Andrew Luck is going through the whole rib injury. He has rib injuries. It's like two injuries that haven't been reported or anything like that.
Yeah, they just found out he's gonna be out for at least a month.
Andrew Luck is overrated.
Andrew
What?
Luck is
I think this year just hasn't been too good for him.
I think
But I wouldn't say he's
what other
overrated.
quarterback in recent time has had a better career as he had so far?
As this is what, his second, third year,
Third year, fourth year. I think it's fourth.
fourth,
Third, maybe it's
third,
Yeah.
third. The time be moving.
2 years into the playoffs, right?
I'm just a hater. I just don't like Andrew Luck.
Because he reminds
I
you
don't-
too much of Peyton Manning, huh?
No,
I just wish he would shave
he's
that nasty
10.
beard.
He's 10. He got speed,
Other than his speed, him and Tom Brady are
and he's more
identical.
physical.
That's why he hurt now. He needs to stay in the
I
pocket.
remember when he was in college and they playing UCLA. He ran like a line, man. It's like a corner. He's running smoothed over.
I think the only quarterback in the league that has the ability to run and not get hurt is Cam Newton.
Cam is a beast, man. I met him at when he got drafted. He came to my junior college and he had they had like a photo shoot or something. He's country and huge. He could play tight end if he wants to.
He's so big. And I'll tell you what, Cam Newton looks like the kind of guy I just want to hang out with him. He looks fun. He's very humble. When he got in that car wreck,
I was just gonna mention that.
I love the interview he gave after that.
He played the next game.
Yeah.
So Cam
That's
Newton,
Superman, baby.
Superman. I love his smile.
His attitude,
Yeah,
his
smile.
persona is just
So
infectious.
he's being sued right now.
What?
So Green Bay Carolina game Sunday. Cam Newton go up in the end zone.
Oh, tear the sign down.
Tore that because there was some Green Bay fan in Carolina said Carolina Green Bay fan. I don't know what the sign said, so he took it down.
Yeah, it was a
He
Green
said-
Bay sound.
He said, "Not in my house." That fan is suing Cam Newton for theft.
But do you
For
know
theft?
how many people do
Wait.
that
What is he suing them for?
Theft of property.
Theft.
over a $3 sign?
Over a $3 sign. Because
It wasn't laminated.
Cam didn't destroy it neither. He just folded it up and set it down somewhere because they got him taking it down. Like he was just, but that's his house.
No, because I've seen worse. Because I've seen like receivers make a touchdown and take a fans and snatch it out.
Take the
their
flag.
hand.
Take
Yeah.
the big flag and rip it up and throw it on the ground, throw it in the
He
trash.
took a $3 piece of construction paper.
That was taped, right?
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
It's always.
Hey, do whatever you gotta do to get that money.
Did you hear about that guy from the I think he's a receiver from the Raiders. He barked at a police officer.
Oh,
Dog. He
was
barked at a police officer's dog.
Was it Amari Cooper or
No.
just
It's one of somebody in the background. That's not
barked
very
as a
good.
cop dog?
Barked at a cop dog and is facing 7 years in prison or $150,000.
You guys-
a cop dog is a cop.
Is a police officer? That's what I was going to say.
I mean,
But he barking at it? No
would you
cuss
bark-
words.
why do you bark at a dog anyhow?
You can't tell me when the dog is barking a lot, you don't bark back at it.
yeah, of course I do.
I don't know.
But
if
you
I bark
gotta-
at a
but you
cop
gotta
dog, though.
treat it
Those
as
things
a
like
cop-
mean.
At a cop dog, you gotta treat a cop dog like a human being. And Mike, didn't you talk about somebody poke somebody in the eye?
Yeah, back to the Broncos game. So Aqib Talib, who I love as a corner, man, he is a really good
I think
corner.
he's top 10.
Next to Darrelle Revis, I'll give him number 2, number 3. Yeah, he is really good. And I have to look it up again right quick, but he poked somebody in the eye on the Sunday night's game.
During an argument after the play.
And now he's being suspended for 1 game, but he's trying to claim he didn't do it.
Hey,
And it's on film.
I've been poked in the eye. I remember I was down there with the defense, and I was going up to block a linebacker, Trevor Oakley, and I'm sure he didn't try to poke me. He probably just trying to get off the block, and I could just see his fingers, his gloves go right in my face mask, and I thought I was blind. I was like,
Ray Charles.
I was Ray Charles. I couldn't see nothing. I was like Kelby screaming. I know. I almost ran over the table, and it was crazy.
Did Kelby save your vision?
Save my vision.
Shout out to Kelby.
Shout out to Kelby. Man.
So it's unfortunate, man. That like I get the emotions run high. I play a little basketball, a little pickup game a couple times a week, and my emotions get a little hot sometimes. But how are you gonna go? I mean, you're a professional. You can't be poking people in the eye because he schooled you, and that's what happened. He schooled him. He got a great catch over him, and Aqib's like, nah, in his little high pitched voice that he's got, but he poked him in the eye.
Hey, man, it happens, man.
You might as well just fight him if you're going to poke him in the
Just
eye.
punch him in the face. Well, he's got a face mask on, so I guess that's why he didn't punch him.
Yeah. You're still going to get suspended the same amount of games.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. That's crazy, man. Let's talk about a little basketball, man. Which I got for me for basketball? Because I mean, Mike, you was talking about my boy Brown, man.
Yeah,
I ain't see the game. Hey, I am a straight LeBron. If anybody could tell you, I'm a LeBron fan. I don't have a favorite basketball team, but I have a favorite basketball player.
Basically, you're on the Cleveland bandwagon.
I guess.
So
I guess.
I was sitting. Hope my boss isn't listening. I was sitting at work last night watching the game. I really wasn't working very much, and I like LeBron, but I'm a Jazz fan. I'm from Utah. I'm just from a little up the way in Cedar City, so I was rooting for my Jazz. And I have never wanted to kick LeBron more in my life than last night, man. He just looked like he was just having a bad attitude. So he steals a nice inbound pass, runs down, gets a shot, and Rodney Hood hustles down to try to stop him, try to do the foul, hang on his arm. And LeBron, he's like twice as big as Rodney Hood.
Yeah.
He pretty much curled him and made the shot. And I was like, oh, that's a good play. But then he had to flex right in my boy's face. Like, had to pump up his muscle. And he was like, come on, dude, that's taunting. I'm like, ref, throw the
That's how
flag.
you get everybody hyped. Weight room.
I'm still trying to figure out what it is that people don't like about LeBron James.
His persona.
I liked him until he did that.
To what?
Until he flexed in my boy's face.
People.
Here with ESPN and yada yada yada. LeBron gets hate for unnecessary things.
But do you know what players probably hate it right now?
Who?
DeAndre Jordan.
Oh,
That real big matchup is coming today.
Is it?
Mavericks and Clippers.
Is it today?
It's in
Today
Denver.
at
It's
8.
in Denver, right?
Why would it be in Denver?
Because DeAndre
I mean,
plays for Golden
Dallas.
State.
Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Why I was screaming Denver fast. I mean, it's in Dallas, right?
It's in Dallas.
Because I remember they played before, but it was in LA. But it wasn't too hype because
No.
it was in LA. But now it's in Dallas.
It's in Dallas because he was supposed to
To
go to Dallas. And that's his hometown.
Do we know if that game's going to be on ESPN?
I
It
believe
should- it should
I
be.
think that's the best game today. So it should
Because
be on
I need to
ESPN.
DVR. Because I have been waiting.
need
Have you
to
seen
see-
the trailer for it?
I have
They-
not.
they-
It
made
was,
a
it was
trailer?
a trailer that, because it really happened during the game. And I thought it was fake. That the owner of the Clippers and the owner of the Mavericks were arguing back and forth during the game.
back in LA.
Yes.
So they have already played the Mavericks and the Clippers.
Yeah,
already?
it was
They
in
played them
LA
one.
though. It
Yeah,
was in
LA.
LA
missed
though.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be worse in Dallas
Yeah.
because it's Mark Cuban's home.
That's
That whole thing is.
This all social media.
They got his face on it. Like, they got a cutout face of DeAndre Jordan that if you get it and you cut it out during the game and, like, you put on your face that you get a free T-shirt.
You know,
Wow.
it's so funny because I listened to that whole debacle during the offseason. And I don't fault DeAndre for making a decision and then, you know what, I don't want to go after they talk to him. But what I do have against what he did is kind of the cowardly way he went about it. Instead of like calling Mark Cuban, like, you know what, I'm backing out. Apparently, he hid in his house when Mark Cuban was on his door, knocking on the door, like, DeAndre, come to the door. DeAndre, come to the door. Why didn't you answer like, you know, and then Mark Cuban, you know, kind of, because he's an entitled little dude, so he's like blowing up DeAndre's cell phone. Like, DeAndre ignored his cell phone and didn't answer his door for like 3 days, just hid in the house.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't want to deal with it.
I don't know. I feel like he probably, I would have been like, you know what, you're a millionaire. You got agents and stuff. Man, make your agent do that if you don't want to do it.
I feel like he went about the situation wrong by making a decision so early.
Yeah.
But he said he made, like, it was rumored that he made the decision based off the fact that him and Chris Paul were not
Getting along.
liking each other at that moment.
Yeah, from what I understand, so he made the decision and it kind of got out. And what I understand is some of the Clippers, like the big guy, they came to his house and they took him out to dinner and they talked to him and they came, I guess, a get together meeting.
Yeah, and I think him and Chris Paul squashed whatever they had and everything was good. So
Yeah, and I like DeAndre Jordan. I like watching him play, and I'm glad he stayed with the Clippers. I'm not really a Clipper fan.
You know what? I thought the Clippers were going to break up after last year, but they gained. They got Paul Pierce and they got Lance. They got
2 years, either this year or next year, one of the big three are leaving.
I can't believe, Paul Pierce. I like the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
Like he's not really the truth anymore, but he still got it. You
He's
see what he
half
did?
he's half the truth.
He's like an omission now. But did you hear what he did? I mean, did you see what he did in Washington last year? Like,
he
yeah.
was balling, man.
Clutch.
Clutch. He's
I wish we could find that sound clip right now because it'd be awesome. He gets up there and he hits some shot and he pounded his chest and says, "This is why they brought me here." Like, because
he called Bank before he made. He said Bank.
And I love hearing him say that. He's like, because he was like the old truth. Because he beating his chest. This is why they brought me here. You can't handle the truth, and it's true. You couldn't handle the truth when he was the truth. You couldn't handle the truth.
Yeah, when he was with the Celtics, if they would have brought someone in earlier in his career, it would have been a big problem.
Yeah, he just needed a better point guard earlier in his career, And then I love that Celtics team when they got all them guys together was great.
Speaking of point guards, I don't know what's going on with Rajon Rondo.
Where is he?
He's in.
He's with the Pistons.
He's in the Pistons?
Yeah,
See,
man.
like
They burned his jerseys up in Sacramento. They didn't like him. He stopped playing for them. Then he got traded to the Pistons.
he went to Sacramento?
Yeah.
Because last I remember he was in Dallas,
Yeah.
and he was.
Sacramento is where he's at now. Dallas is when he did all that happen.
When he did just the horror,
Yeah.
he just was not a good player.
Yeah.
I heard he didn't like Rick Carlisle. Rick Carlisle was like,
It's hard playing for somebody you don't like.
it is. And since we're talking about Dallas and their point guard, so they got D. Will, who, I've had some animosity towards him because Jazz fan, and he left, and I feel like he had an attitude after he left. And, Jazz fans have a lot of nasty taste in their mouth about him because they feel like he's the reason that Jerry Sloan left because those two just did not like each other all of a sudden.
But whose fault is it that they don't like each other? Is it the player or the coach?
I mean, some people just don't like each other.
Yeah, I feel like some people are just not coachable with that certain coach, and the culture of it just doesn't go together.
And so I'm kind of like overall, like Sloan, I miss him, but I love our new coach.
Yeah, you guys got a lot of young players. The Jazz got a lot of young, good players, too.
When we got Rudy Gobert, and that dude, I wish that dude could learn how to, come off a screen and get the ball and make a shot, though.
Yeah.
He sets a great screen, and if he's alone on the basket, man, he don't even have to jump to dunk, but...
You just got to develop that mid-range.
Yeah, because
if you develop that mid-range, you guys will be pretty good. And it doesn't help that you guys are in the West, though.
No.
If you guys are in the East, you make the playoffs easy.
Oh, yeah. The West is it's so hard.
I think they need to change that up.
But back to what I was saying about D. Will, I think he's going to do better in Dallas, and he's done a long time because Rick Carlisle kind of likes calling out the play, but he's going to let D. Will kind of do what he needs to do, too. But he's set play. And D. Will is a better player off of when the coach gives him a play to run as opposed to Rondo just wanted to come down and just do whatever he wanted to do.
Yeah. But, I mean, it worked for him.
It did. And different players, different styles.
When you have the players around you to do it, it works.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's it, man. I mean, that's all we got for you guys today, man. I want to thank my boy Mike and my boy Devontae for filling in today, man. These guys did an excellent job, man. You guys should man, be looking forward, especially for Mike. I know Mike wants to do this next semester, the whole sports thing. So be looking forward to listening to Mike on the radio. So they're doing the sports show next year, and maybe Devontae may want to get into something like this. Man, he probably tell his mama back at home, you need to listen to me on the radio station. But anyways, that's what we got for you guys, and hopefully, hey man, my boy, shout out to my boy Darius. He feels a lot better. So hopefully we get to get Darius here next Wednesday. Again, this your boy DJ Rex on the 1 2 here with my boy Mike and Devontae here on the hottest sports show in St. George. Lego.
Bye, y'all. Bye-bye.